on to the big three.
Whoop.
Outstanding lead actress in a drama series.
Hmm.
We have Kathy Bates for Matlock,
Hmm.
Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters, Britt Lauer for Severance, Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us, and Carrie Russell for The Diplomat. Now, I have heard great things about Matlock. I've heard
Hmm.
great things about Bad Sisters. I have heard great things about The Diplomat. Haven't
Sure.
watched any of them.
Mm.
I love The Last of Us. I love
Yes.
Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us.
Yes.
Doesn't hold a candle to Britt Lauer in this season of
No,
Severance.
no. And I thought they did great. I know there's a lot of discourse about Bella being cast as Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had an issue with it, but I'm not a diehard from the games and all this other blah blah blah.
And
But
it's all not the majority of it is weak
it
at
is,
best. It's
it is.
just
But I also feel like
gamer.
people's
Bleh.
right. It is. It's a lot of that toxicity, same like what you see with Star Wars fandom, right? But I
Yeah,
also think a lot of people's issue is really with the writing or the direction and not Bella's performance.
yeah,
So I and honestly, if I think back to what I will say that there are moments in this season of The Last of Us that she broke my heart. Like the after episode from post Joel,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
devastated,
Uh-huh.
devastated. And I feel like there was another
I
episode.
mean, even her performance in the episode where Joel is spoiler.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which I am not
but yeah,
recovered from, by the way.
right.
Even that her performance in that one. And I agree with you about like just the writing and the direction, because we talked about that. The only moment from them that I didn't like was um
Oh yeah, with the I'm gonna be a daddy or whatever.
I'm gonna be a daddy, right? And the character not being
Excited to.
mad enough. And then later I found out that in the game, Ellie was mad. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
are you here if you're pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, that does just it. I knew something was off about it. It wasn't necessarily her delivery of it. It was that it didn't fit the character.
Right.
And so that's on the writing. That's not on her.
Right. Exactly. And The Last of Us is not a show that I believe lets actors just improvise a line, right? So
Mm-mm,
that's scripted.
doubt it.
So
Yeah.
someone in the writer's room said yes to it. That's not Bella's fault. So anyway, this is all to say, while I think Bella did great work in The Last of Us, Britt did some phenomenal, transformative, something special with this character of Helly this season, that I just personally feel like I don't know that there's a parallel. Again, I haven't seen The Diplomat. I know Carrie Russell's a
Right.
great actor. Um, from what was the Americans? I know she had some great stuff in there, so I imagine
Yeah.
probably similar for this. I don't know much about Sharon Horgan. Never heard of Bad Sisters. Sure, it's fine. The only person on this list, to my knowledge, that I think Britt might have some competition with is honestly Kathy Bates from Matlock. And why I
Hmm.
say that in a kind of like, side eye way is Matlock is not the show that I would have thought was going to have this like wild, crazy following, but apparently it does. And
Yeah.
apparently the people who watch it say that Kathy Bates is amazing. Now, we all know Kathy Bates is amazing. She's
Yeah.
been in the game for a long time and she does great work. I just didn't think like the Matlock I knew from growing up watching at my grandma's house, not all that interesting, not all that appealing.
I mean,
Um,
listen, I loved Matlock. We watched all of it, but when I heard that it was being rebooted, had no interest in watching the reboot. And you
and
know
maybe
what? My
that's
grandmother didn't either. And that was
mm,
a good litmus for me.
and maybe that's part of it too, is that it is a reboot, and I'm surprised not that a performance from a reboot can't stand out, but I'm just surprised that a reboot has that much pull that people are like, no, this is worthy to submit or be on the roster. I can't attest to it. I haven't seen it. I can't vouch for it. But word on the street is that that might be Brit's biggest competition
Yeah.
on this list. Um,
I will say this. None of these people had to play three people. Okay?
that
Britt Lauer
part.
played any Audi pretending to be any, and did it so convincingly that people, fans of the show who are not like super fans, who didn't
Mhm.
nitpick the way we had to because we have a podcast, genuinely fell for it, right? They genuinely did not know that
Mm-hmm.
Helen was Ellie, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know because she pulled it off so
She
well,
did
and she made it
so well.
just different enough that you can go, that you could go back and be like, oh my god,
Yep.
or you're watching it and you're like, something's a little weird with Helen. She's
Mm-hmm.
not handling coming back from this OTC well. No, it's because it's not her, right?
It's
She
not
did
her.
it was so nuanced.
Yes. She gilded the lily. She glided the line just so well that, again, she gave you enough breadcrumbs to be like, wait, but not so much that it gave the game away before they were ready. And so we, as people who are following the show for very specific reason, were keyed into some things, but still kind of like, right? For the general watcher, it wasn't until episode 4 that it landed like, what? She's
Yeah,
no, people are having full on meltdowns about it, right? And that just shows you just how well she executed a very difficult thing.
yeah,
I don't know. It still blows me away when I think about it. We've talked about it a lot on the pod because I have been so, it takes such a fine eye to catch the little things that she did with her
yeah,
body, with her voice, with the way she walked, and it just, I don't know. To me,
yeah,
it should win on that alone.
yeah.
Um because that, again, is not an easy thing to do. And no shade to Kathy Bates or anyone else on the list, but I just think that, like you said, it's what Robert Downey Jr. said in Tropic Thunder, right? Like, I'm just a dude pretending to be a dude who's trying to play another dude or whatever,
Another
right?
dude,
Like,
yeah,
it's that level of inception that's going on. And
right,
again, it keeps you so titillated and so interested, but you don't know what you're trying to figure out. And
right,
I think it just takes an expert marksman to do that. So
yeah,
I want Britt to win,
yeah.
and I feel like it's deserved. That's all.
Agreed.